Good morning, thriving warriors. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:10 a.m.
Okay, Alexa, what is the date?
Today is Wednesday, January 4th.
Good. And Alexa, what is the weather forecast?
Right now in Amargosa Valley, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has showers with a high of 58 degrees and a low of 41 degrees. By the way, there's a winter storm warning in effect from Thursday, January 5th, 4 a.m. to Friday, January 6th, 4 a.m.
Okay, cool, great. So here we are at Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B, where B is better. We do that through a series of breadcrumbs along the journey. So getting from point A to point B is a journey, and we use breadcrumbs to do that. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, Diana. How are things where you both are? Question mark dot. Okay, so we do it through a series of breadcrumbs to help you along the journey. This is the first breadcrumb, this daily podcast. But it's just the first breadcrumb. That's it. That's all it is. It's not the best breadcrumb. It's just the first breadcrumb. The best breadcrumbs are down in the description below. Please subscribe, click on the bell, and share. Also, maybe give a thumbs up if you like it. Icy and snowing all over Reno. Okay, cool. Literally, actually cold. Okay, so that's the first breadcrumb. This is the first breadcrumb. Down below, we have other breadcrumbs, including the link to our 4-week online course, which everybody should take. Diana liked it so much, she bought the book, the State Pen Workbook, which is going to be renamed. I just have to add that to the list of things to do. Change the book, update the book for 2023. There is a link to the motivational video that I use to create this podcast. That's really where the quality comes in. There is a link to the TED Talk that goes along with where we are in our basic training course. So we are week 1, day 3. Everything you think you know about addiction is wrong. Johann Hari, recognized as the guy who probably figured out addiction, probably assembled all of the thoughts, put it into an elegant solution. Well worth reading, watching. Next, we have a link to a Inc. magazine, Inc. story about why it's important to have good communication skills for 2023. And Jordan Peterson says the ability to communicate is the most powerful weapon that there is, because you can change the hearts and minds of people if you can communicate well, if you can write well. Practice writing, which means the next breadcrumb, kind of going out of order. Hold on. Aha, I don't know if that was silence or you heard me. Did anybody hear what I was saying on that? Charlene or Diana? Okay. So let's see. Inc. magazine, the ability to write well. We have further breadcrumbs. Okay, good. We have further breadcrumbs for services we offer our members: housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning. And lastly, we have, not but not least, the transcript of Seth Godin's daily blog. So there is a lot in this little podcast. I'm just the guy who gets to get up and deliver it. So please help support it. Tell your friends. Now, before we get started, make sure you have your pen. I recommend this. This is a really good pen. And your book, AFWorks, well, whatever notebook you have. And of course, your cup of coffee or tea, or if you're Charlene, probably water with baking soda in it or something, vinegar, who knows. Good system, Charlene. Have that. Charlene is an inspiration to us all. Have those things. Let's get ready to rock and roll. So the next breadcrumb we have is our theme. It's simple. You want to get from point A to point B? It's simple. Consider that what you resist will persist. What you resist will persist. So when you find something that you're resisting doing, it's going to persist. Get it out of the way. The obstacle is the way. It's not the journey. It's not the destination. It's not arriving at the journey. It is the journey. Okay, next breadcrumbs. Some of the memes. Diana, what is a meme? Some of the memes from today's motivational video to kind of pique your interest to click on the link and actually watch the video or listen to the video. So Jocko says, be terrified of doing nothing, of not changing. The next 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, be deathly afraid that your life isn't going to be any different than it is 6 days from now, 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. How true is that? So I know that Charlene and Diana are both taking massive steps, that their life is very different than it was 6 months ago. That's what we need the rest of the people to do. And I would say Bo is starting that process. Todd, who's no longer doing this because he's probably asleep up here, is going back, regressing. Bo is not any better off than he was 6 years ago. But he's now started on his journey. And his journey literally started with a 70-plus mile walk. Next, some other thoughts. Live your dreams or your fears, your choice. Most people live their fears. Face your fears again and again and again. Face your fears. How do I do that? Well, first of all, you acknowledge the fear. Acknowledge it. Okay, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of this. Or I'm afraid of this. Acknowledge it. Embrace the fear. Okay, I am afraid of it. I'm going to do it. Okay, Diana's obstacle is smoking cigarettes. The obstacle is the way. We can talk about that later. Acknowledge the fear, embrace the fear, and then move on. That's it. Life is hard, tainted by, Jordan Peterson says, life is hard, tainted by malevolence. Work to overcome it. Where are your thoughts taking you? Where are your thoughts taking you? Are they taking you up or are they taking you down? Do you like to be sarcastic, putting people down, or do you like building people up? Do you let air out of their tires or do you fill their tires? And my hunch is then now go back and acknowledge that and decide, is it really helping me? Is it serving me well? To let air out of other people's tires. Yeah, they're not getting ahead of me, but am I going anywhere? Okay, so it's 9 minutes in. Time is racing. We have things to do. 6:20. Bo needs to be on his thing, the thing at 6:30. Write in our book, start by, I'm so happy and grateful now that I blank. Okay, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my tablet working. Where is that? Where's that thing? so happy and grateful that this is working because my Chromebook, the screen doesn't seem to work, doesn't seem to come on. Maybe it will now. Who knows? We'll see. But okay, 10:18 in. I'm so happy and grateful now that now that I have my tablet working, and I'm learning to use it. Okay, let's see. Seth Godin, time is racing. Seth Godin, Pareto optimality. Everybody should look up the Pareto principle. It's easier to understand than it is to say. Pareto optimality. It's easier to understand than it is to say. The baker and the blacksmith should trade. The baker can make a loaf of bread more easily and efficiently than the blacksmith, and the blacksmith would ruin her productivity if she stopped making rakes and horseshoes in order to put a loaf of bread in the oven. If someone over there can do their particular work efficiently, and you can trade your particular work to them, everyone comes out ahead. It works even if the intermediate step is using cash. Sell your services to one person, use the cash to buy something from someone else. What does that mean? And yet freelancers have trouble trading. We think we should do every job ourselves. That's not only non-productive, it reduces the magic we have left for the work that only we can do. So it's basically saying, do what you do best, get paid for what you do best, and then hire somebody to do the things that you don't do best. Keep that little margin of money and focus on doing more of the thing that you do best. So that's kind of a challenge here. That would mean to me, pay somebody to feed the horses so that I could spend my time doing more important things. Think about that in your life. What are the things that you're doing that you could pay somebody else to do? But then ask yourself the question, could I get paid more for doing the thing, more for the things that I'm good at? So for me, that wouldn't work regarding the horses, because if I pay somebody to do the horses, that's definitely money out. But if I'm not feeding the horses at that time, nobody's going to pay me to do anything at 6:30 in the morning, probably. Maybe I can think of something. So that's a good one. All right, here we are at 12:12, 12:13. We've gone through that. Diana, what is the next thing? Act such that Navy SEAL maxim, act such that yesterday was the only easy day. How do we do that? Well, embrace the suck, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to how you were yesterday. Take the hard path. Given two options, easy and hard, choose the hard path. Everyone else is going to choose the easy way. Work 10% harder than everyone else. Try to work harder, faster, smarter. Harder, longer, smarter than other people. You will get ahead, because when somebody says, who do we want to do this job? Who do we want to give a raise to? Who do we want to give a promotion to? They're going to want to give the promotion to the person who makes them the most money. Right. Lastly, before Diana or Charlene say, and cut, remember, if you're still here, God isn't done with you yet. God is not done with you yet. Fight the good fight. Keep going. Help other people. Life of meaning and purpose. Act such that everything you do matters. And service to others. Sacrifice your time to help other people get better. And cut. Can somebody say, and cut? And cut.